In a calm town, strange howling noises filled the night, making people scared and leading to spooky stories. But a woman was going to reveal a troubling secret, and what she saw shocked her so much that she gasped in surprise. In a little town, every night, a scary howling noise interrupted the quiet. It made everyone feel scared and worried. People wanted to know what was making that noise and where it was coming from, but they were too afraid to find out, except for one person named Kelly. Kelly had just moved to the small and mysterious town. She quickly noticed the creepy howling sound at night. She got curious and asked her neighbors about it. At first, they didn't want to talk about it, but eventually, they told her something surprising. They said that this howling had been happening every night for the past 3 years, and everyone thought it came from a dangerous and unknown creature. They warned Kelly very strongly to stay away from it. However, on that night, as Kelly tried to sleep, the howling started again. Even though she tried to ignore it, the sound got louder and sadder. The howls made Kelly feel very sad too. She couldn't just stay in bed and do nothing. She felt like she had to find out what was causing this upsetting noise. With a mix of fear and determination, Kelly grabbed her flashlight and stepped outside. She tiptoed, following the sound, which grew louder and more intense with each step. Her heart raced as she approached the tall fence. Taking a deep breath, she slowly looked over it, shining her flashlight into the darkness. The sight that met her eyes made her gasp in shock. There, in the dim light, stood a creature so terrifying that Kelly's first instinct was to flee. Its fur was wild and unkempt, tangled into thick mats. A pungent odor wafted from it, filling the air with a foul stench. Its claws, long and menacing, scraped the ground, and its eyes glowed fiercely in the dark. Kelly trembled, unable to identify the creature. Just as she was about to turn and run, the creature howled again. It was a deep, mournful sound that seemed to reach out to her. Kelly sensed it wasn't just a howl, but a desperate attempt to communicate. Gathering her courage, she shone her flashlight towards it. This time, she took a closer look. The creature's features became clearer, and she realized it was a dog, a husky. Its overgrown fur, long claws, and the stench were signs of severe neglect. Kelly's fear turned to sympathy, overwhelmed with emotion. She fumbled in her pockets, looking for something to offer the creature. Her fingers found a pack of cookies. With a gentle toss, she sent the cookies flying over the fence, an offering of kindness. The cookies landed just out of the dog's reach as it struggled to get them. Kelly noticed the harsh reality. The poor husky was chained. A heavy 3-meter-long iron chain restricted its movements. Kelly's heart sank. Had this dog been chained here for 3 years? Kelly scanned the area, realizing the dog was at an abandoned construction site. Determined, she decided to confront whoever was responsible in the early morning. That night's howl still echoing in her mind. The following morning, she marched to the site and asked around for who was in charge. When she met Mr. Jordan, her question about the howling husky was met with a moment of hesitation. The site manager explained that Buddy was an abandoned dog who had started hanging around the site 3 years ago. The workers had taken pity on him and decided to keep him as a makeshift guard dog. But the reality was far from ideal. Buddy was more trapped than guarding. Listening to this, Kelly felt a surge of empathy. She gently but firmly persuaded Mr. Jordan, sharing her wish to rescue Buddy and give him a real home filled with love. Mr. Jordan seemed doubtful and warned her about the risks. He described Buddy as a dog who had been neglected and chained, possibly making him hostile due to his long isolation. But Kelly wasn't deterred. She believed in the inherent kindness of dogs and was determined to show the poor husky that there was still kindness in the world. When Kelly finally saw Buddy in the daylight, her heart sank. The dog's overgrown fur and long claws were clear signs of neglect. He barked aggressively as she approached, his hostility acting as a barrier against further hurt and disappointment. Yet Kelly could see something else in his eyes, a deep-seated yearning for love and companionship. She knew the challenge ahead was daunting. How could she gain the trust of a dog who had only known neglect for so long? She certainly couldn't take him with her right away. He needed to get used to her first. So, Kelly started approaching Buddy every day with a gentle voice and a handful of treats. Winning his trust was no small task. His initial hostility, growling, and backing away suggested he saw her as a threat, but her persistence paid off. Day after day, her consistent kindness began to erode his defenses. The moment Buddy finally let Kelly touch him marked a significant victory. Her fingers gently explored his thick matted fur, a clear sign of long neglect. For Buddy, the sensation of a caring touch must have felt like a distant memory or perhaps a long-forgotten wish. Kelly's heart swelled with pride. She had reached a crucial milestone in her mission. But before she could free Buddy, Kelly knew she had to ensure his well-being, so she arranged a visit to the local veterinary hospital. There, he would receive vaccinations and a thorough health check. The harsh nights and poor nutrition, coupled with his confinement to a mere 3 meters of chain, might have taken a toll on his health. Kelly understood that caring for Buddy's physical needs was just as important as freeing him from his chains. The day of liberation finally arrived. Kelly felt a mix of excitement and nervous anticipation. She approached Buddy with his favorite treats and gently rubbed his head, reinforcing their bond. Taking a deep breath, she hoped her decision would prove to be the right one. With a careful, steady hand, she unhooked the chain that had bound Buddy for so long. She stepped back and looked at him, holding her breath. Buddy's first steps away from his confined space were hesitant, as if he couldn't quite believe he was finally free. But gradually, he grew more confident, realizing that he could move without any restrictions. He transitioned from tentative steps to a trot, then to a joyful run, with his tail wagging vigorously. Buddy leaped and bounded, each jump reaching new heights, as if he aimed to catch the very essence of freedom itself. Kelly stood there, her heart filled with a mixture of happiness and sadness. Happiness for Buddy's newfound liberty and sadness for the years he had lost to captivity. Every move Buddy made seemed like a dance of liberation, a celebration of life beyond the chains that had once bound him. After what felt like an eternity, Buddy dashed back to Kelly, his tail wagging ecstatically, expressing 1,000 unspoken thank yous for her kindness. Kelly, understanding Buddy's gratitude, lovingly stroked his head, her heart swelling with warmth. She then guided Buddy to the local veterinary hospital. Inside the sterile white clinic room, Kelly watched attentively as Buddy received his vaccinations. Each needle symbolized a promise of better health and a brighter future. The vet meticulously bathed Buddy, removing every tick that had marred his coat, a testament to his neglected past now washed away. They trimmed his overgrown claws, ending the clicking sound that echoed on the floor, and cut his tangled fur, revealing the vibrant and healthy dog hidden beneath it all. When Kelly looked at Buddy after he changed, she felt really proud and happy. Before, people thought of him as a scary howling ghost dog, but now he looked like a regular loved pet. His nighttime howls used to be a spooky mystery, but now Kelly understood that he was asking for help, and only she knew what he needed. Kelly was really happy to give Buddy a new life where he wasn't just a dog, but someone's special friend. So she brought Buddy to her home, where he felt loved and warm, which was very different from his lonely past. For the first time in a long time, Buddy had a real home, a comfy bed, and someone who cared about him a lot. The scary howling at night stopped, and the town became peaceful. People started talking about Kelly's bravery and kindness, and she became a hero in the town. Buddy, who used to be a mysterious and scary dog, became a loved and special pet. His story touched the hearts of everyone who heard it. What do you think of this story? What would you do if you were at Kelly's place? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your loved ones. Also press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.